Welcome back to Severe MMA, and we are here. Look, if you're here, if you're watching, you know what this is. This is Severe MMA Mastermind, and today is the final. If you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, get out of here, go back and watch them. There's a lot of build up to this, and today we're not gonna mess about. Straight in here now. We've got Sheehan versus Sean Denny, the battle of the Seans. 10 rounds of MMA trivia to be crowned the first ever Severe MMA Mastermind champion. It's been a long road. It's been an emotional journey for both of these two men. I'll start with Sheehan. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm not too bad. I complained the last time I was sick, and I was actually very sick. To be honest, I slept for 40 of the 48 hours after the last game. That's how sick I was. I tell you. So I'm like 75 to 80% recovered here. But I'll tell you the truth. I came in for the first game. I said I was very nervous. I came into the second game with like a massive game plan, and it helped me. The sickness nearly helped me to go over the top with the game plan. I'm back to the nervous today. Like I feel like I should win now, and that is the worst feeling that I could ever have. That's how people like me lose. So yeah, it is a bit like Limerick going for the 5 in a row. Like, will the jitter set in? Will the nerves set in? Will I take myself down? That could happen, and I know Sean is good enough to take me out if that does happen. So I'll be honest. I'm not that confident. I wasn't that confident coming into the last game either. I was confident in the game plan, to be honest, and it worked, and I was right to be. So we'll see how this goes. I just hope the questions go for me, and I hope I can get through it by 1 point. I take the 1 point victory, but I'm glad I won a couple of games. I'm glad I got through it. I'm glad I didn't go out. I was going to say in disgrace. That's not fair to the lads who did lose. We'll have more games, and we'll be able to get it back, but I'm proud of what I've done. I think Sean will probably say the same about himself, and let's have a good, fair final here.
You've compared yourself originally when we started this to Max Verstappen, to Limerick Curling, which you've done again there. You've been labeled on social media by, I don't know who labeled this now, as the biggest baby in MMA trivia just today. But look, you're here. You're here. You've left a wake of, or you've left a trail of disgruntled Severe MMA staff members in your wake. But now you have a match on your hands here in, I feel like, the quiet, the nice guy, the underdog. I don't even know if he is an underdog, but a very different character. I feel like Sean Denny is a bit of a silent assassin here. Denny, how are you? Is there wisdom in that beard? Is that what the beard is for? Is this a playoff beard now?
Yeah, this is a playoff beard. You don't shave on a winning streak. So this is keeping on the form from the picking championships last year, where I came top place. So what I'm really striving for is to become the first ever inductee into the Severe MMA Hall of Fame after victory today.
I love it. I love it. Look, all of the attention has been on Sean. Like, I think that's unquestionable throughout this tournament. We had the first game that he went through against Theo. There was tantrums. He was about to storm out at one point, but to be fair to him, he pulled it back. He pulled it out of the fire, and he got the win. And then, of course, he played Ian, and the grudge match. A lot of focus on these things, these storylines. Do you feel like the attention should be on you, though?
No, I think Sean is the type of guy that unless the maths adds up and that they're totally gone, he's not out of it. Like, you could be as far ahead as you want, but until it's mathematically impossible, he should be firmly the favorite. He's forgotten more about the UFC than I've even known at this stage. So I'm very much in the underdog seat here. But look, once Graham got that €20 into the Revolut, I should be okay.
Sean, I'll give you both an opportunity before we'll go into it now. Sean Sheehan, anything else left to say ahead of this, or anything you'd like to say to Sean Denny?
Well, yeah, Graham's writing the questions here.
Excuses coming out now. Here we go.
I feel like I'm very worried, honestly, about my niche category question, because the last question was pretty hard. I think you'll just have gone over and above, because, like, it's probably difficult to get a harder question than the one I got the last time, and I got it right. So I think that's going to be a big issue. I don't think, like I was kind of happy enough to let it go down to the Game of Thrones question before. I don't think that's the case today. I think if I get there, it could be a struggle. And Sean is KSW, which, you know, he's obviously very good at. So that's one of the big worries coming here for me. But yeah, like the interesting thing, I would kind of agree with Sean what he said there. Like my knowledge the last time of like the further back UFC was pretty good. That doesn't mean that they won't fall for me this time. But I would say like the upcoming fighters, the fighters that are happening now, it's not that the knowledge is bad. I think the memory is bad. So like that could be a struggle for me. Look, it's going to be for both of us how the questions fall. I think we've, like Sean, I hadn't seen it the last time when I was doing my semi-final, but I went back and watched his semi-final game, and he just, like, that was the best performance anyone had. He just went through Quilcha, like, and I think I did pretty well against Ian. Ian did well against me as well, but, you know, there were good performances in both of us, but Sean's was fantastic. So it could go, like this one, it could be fucking 10-all going into the last question. It could be 10-2 to either one of us. You just never know. I feel like it's. I've given up trying to predict this game, but look, I think it'll be fun anyway.
Mr. Denny, any parting thoughts before we get underway here?
Just for me is I hope it's a good game. I hope the better man wins, and we always knew it was going to be a Sean.
That is fair. Sean will indeed be crowned the champion here today. What I will say before we get to the questions is Graham has, as Sean Sheehan mentioned, Graham has come up with these questions. I have actually taken a relative hands-off approach here, in that I'm not affecting any of the questions. I fucked up. I'll put my both hands up completely the last time I wrote a question, so I don't want that on my conscience again. But I have spot checked the answers. But in my opinion, and maybe this is just a reflection on myself, and when you factor in that I got booted out of the first round, it could be no surprise, but I think this may be the hardest set of questions to date. So look, fitting a final, all excuses left at the door or on the stream here today. So without further ado, we're going to get underway. As always, 10 rounds of trivia, different theme for each round. You have 3 lifelines. You have your hint from the host. You have your you have your phone call, and you have a double points. And I'm just realizing, as everyone looks at me looking around, is I forgot a pen and paper. So I'll just do my best to remember everything. Now, with the double points, we have one niche category. The 10th category is the niche category, automatically double points. You cannot double on that. So I would suggest using your lifelines prior to the end rounds. We've had this before where I think it was Theo got to the 9th round. He had to use his double on a category that, you know, he didn't really want to. So use them strategically, and I'll say no more. So without further ado, Sean Sheehan, you are the more tenured staff member, so you get to decide, do you want to go first or second? I think you've usually gone first.
Did I go first? I can't remember the first game. I will go first, though. It worked for me the last time. I'll go first again, please.
That works brilliantly because I anticipated this and I've put your niche question ahead of Sean's in the pecking order. Let's get underway. Each round, we'll have 2 opportunities, the numbers round and the head-to-head round. Both people will answer. There is no A or B for that. So Sean is going with the A stream, the first questions, and let's go. Round number 1 is general knowledge. Sean Sheehan, who did Frank Mir defeat in the fight before he faced Brock Lesnar for the first time?
Who did Frank Mir defeat in the fight? Oh, I was looking at Brock Lesnar yesterday, funnily enough. I didn't look at Frank Mir's. So when Brock came into the UFC, he fought Frank Mir. They fought again. I'm pretty sure he fought Nogueira before. He fought
20 seconds on the clock.
45. Who would be mean back then? Was Mir the champion? Mir was. Oh, I will go with. Okay, it's one of 2, I think.
You have 10 seconds on the clock. 5.
I'll go with Randy Couture, final answer.
Sean Sheehan opting for with his first guess of the day. Randy Couture, final answer, is the incorrect answer, which means Sean Denny has an opportunity to steal here.
Final answer, Tim Sylvia.
Sean Denny with Tim Sylvia to go ahead for the first time, and the answer is incorrect. The correct answer I was looking for was Anthony Hardonk. Don't know if that's the right pronunciation, if I'm honest with you.
That's a tough fucking question. You're right.
And Anthony Hardonk. So look, the stall is set out. I'm multitasking here, writing down the phone a friend options, etc. And we have the score at 0-0 still, so that's okay. So look, Sheehan was unable to get that one right, correct. Denny didn't steal. We're still at 0-0. We move on. Sean Denny, who did Tim Sylvia fight in his last fight before facing Fyodor Emelianenko at Affliction 1?
Final answer, Andrei Arlovsky.
That is the incorrect answer. Sean Sheehan seemed to be nodding in agreement there, but he now has an opportunity to steal.
Thought that might have been it. And this is funny. Ian was given out to me for studying the last day. I did study for this one, but it all got on my fucking head. So Tim Sylvia, 10
seconds on the clock.
Can we calm down with the time? Let's give us time to think for both of us.
5, 4.
Oh God.
3, 2.
Randy Couture, final answer.
That is the incorrect answer. The correct answer I was looking for was Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Big Nog. 0-0 after round 1.
I think Graham's trying to take this quiz out. Just making us the whole fucking thing.
Graham has a particular flavor, I've noticed. So we'll see how you both fare. We move on to round 2. It's all even. Round 2 is sponsored by, in no shape or form monetarily, the L Triangle for the Irish MMA question. Sean Sheehan, who did Rhys McKee beat in his last amateur bout before turning pro?
Oh. Jeez. Last amateur. I know one person he fought. Oh no, well, So he went up to welterweight, but he was at featherweight before that because he went up famously 2 weight classes to beat Johnny Jitsu. He didn't fight. Yes, indeed. He didn't fight Richie Smullen to a draw, but I seem to, as I nearly knocked my phone, I seem to remember did he fight Richie Smullen as an amateur as well? It's the best guess I have. I'll go with Richie Smullen, final answer.
Richie Smullen, final answer is incorrect, which means Sean Denny has an opportunity to steal.
Final answer, Jack McGuire.
Again, the incorrect answer. The correct answer I was hoping for and looking for was Owen Drumgoole. That is a pull.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
Graham is reaching deep into his sack and pulling out. Oh, what did I just say there?
I think he's pulling out something from the other side, not the side.
All right, Sean Denny. Who did Kiefer Crosby defeat in his professional debut?
Oh, God. Final answer, David Kalsa.
A quick answer from Sean Denny and doesn't pay off. Sean Sheehan, over to you.
His pro debut. God. He fought A.O. Daly as an amateur. That would have been a good question. Who did Kiefer Crosby fight in his pro debut? So he would have been at welterweight. Was it? I think I know who it was. Was he? Maybe not. No, I might have
10 seconds on the clock here.
Your man from Rhino that Richard Kiley also fought. Keith McCabe. I'll go with Keith McCabe. Final answer.
Sean goes with Keith McCabe and final answer, but that is correct. 1-0 to Sean Sheehan. I believe it was I think Richard Kiley finished him with a body kick, and I think Kiefer may have also. It was a stoppage. I can't remember. A great man.
That was a good answer there by me, I must say.
I believe he lives over in Canada these days. Fun fact. Anyway, Sean Sheehan 1-0 up. against Sean Denny after shoot. A reminder.
That could be the final score.
It could be at this rate. A reminder before we go on too much further. I won't give too many of these reminders, but you each have all of your lifelines left. So your double points, your hint from the guest, and your phone a friend. Don't forget to use them. We move on to round number 3, which is Sean Sheehan's favorite round of all, the numbers round. So both lads, both get you out your pen and paper there. As always, we have some SevereMMA staff members in the chat here, watching in the background, and Ian O'Neill is delighted with that one. The abuse that he suffered in the earlier rounds was disgraceful. Some might say disgraceful, and so others may say warranted. But we move on. The numbers round. So for this one, you're both going to write down your answer. I'll read it out now in a second. Don't worry. And then Sean Sheehan's going to show his first for the first time, and then the next one, Sean Denny will show his first. So it's Andrei Arlovsky's career losses plus Matt Hughes' career wins plus Randy Couture's total pro fights. So how many losses did Arlovsky have? Hughes, how many wins did Hughes have? And the number of total fights Randy Couture had, and add them up together. Closest to the number will win. If you get it exactly correct, you get double points. So give me a thumbs up whenever you are ready to go. Sean Denny is ready to go. He has his answer. Sean Sheehan is ready to go. Prepare to show your answers. And Sean Sheehan, you're going to show yours first on the paper.
60.
Sean Sheehan with an answer of 60. Sean Denny, let's see your answer.
74.
74. I can reveal the correct answer was 98, which means Sean Denny has pulled one back. It's 1-1. Right, we move on to the next second half of the number round.
Do you have the numbers in that one?
Sorry, yeah. So that was Andrei Arlovsky career losses 23, Matt Hughes career wins 45, and Randy Couture, what was the total fights? Was 30, so 98.
Jeez, I was badly off on Matt Hughes.
I was half that number.
Yeah, me too. I was 22.
A lot of fights, huh?
Right.
Okay, we move to the next one for both lads. You can tell this is a Graham question. Cole Conrad's total Bellator finishes, so the number of Bellator finishes Cole Conrad had, the number of Joe Warren's professional wins, and Kendall Grove's total pro wins. So Cole Conrad's, the number of his finishes in Bellator, the number of Joe Warren's pro wins, and the number of Kendall Grove's pro wins. Add them up. Give me a thumbs up once you're good to go. Sean Denny is happy with his answer.
Oh, I didn't say that now. I just gave a thumbs up.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Still adding here 1 second.
We'll find out momentarily whether you're happy or not. Big Cole Conrad fan, Sean Denny. While we're waiting on Sean Sheehan.
See, I think that's going to be a trick.
What's the middle one again, Joe?
Joe Warren's total pro wins.
I'm just gonna.
He was the original fuck you Sada, Joe Warren. They fucked him over.
Okay, I'm ready.
Fun fact.
Sean Sheehan is ready. Right, Mr. Denny, you're up first this time. Let's see what you got.
67.
67.
I've gone 55, and I just added 5 on out of nowhere. So I'm kind of glad I did that, to be honest. Yeah.
Sean Sheehan, 55. Sean Denny, 67. The correct answer I was looking for. Cole Conrad had 2 Bellator finishes. Joe Warren had 15 total pro wins, and Kendall Grove had 24 career wins, which means the answer is 41. And Sean Sheehan gets the point. 41 was the correct answer I was looking for. Sean Sheehan moves to a 2-1 lead. This is neck and neck so far. We now move to the chasing pack question. Sean Sheehan.
Who does this benefit? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, God.
Who did Blaine O'Driscoll defeat at Cage Warriors 81 in Dublin in 2017?
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Bit of an Irish MMA question as well.
Okay. Cage Warriors 81. Oh, Lord Almighty. I have a phone a friend, but I don't know a day even remember this. This is so ludicrously difficult. So Blaine Driscoll, 2017. Blaine Driscoll won our phone a friend, our fighter of the year in 2020. So this would have been 3 years before that. God almighty, was he? I don't know. Sure, he's off the grid anyway. He wouldn't fucking answer. He's probably 135er at that stage.
We've got 20 seconds.
Be a 135er. God almighty, an Irish 135er that's not defeat. Wasn't like
10 seconds left on the clock. You do have your 3 lifelines available to you if you want to extend some time.
I'll ask for a clue from the host. Hopefully, I'll get a good clue considering how hard this question is.
Oh God. Okay. A clue from the host. See, this is where we stall for time, everyone, because we never have clues for every single one available to us.
Have you even heard of this person? Oh, I feel like I think I might know what it is.
So, for the record, you've used your clue from the host, so I will give you a clue regardless.
Yeah.
And so it was Cage Warriors 81 in 2017. I feel like this is a pretty. I guess this is a good enough clue. Let me think about this now.
Do you know the nickname?
Do you know what? I'll give you 2. Oh, actually, I have been doing nicknames the last while, but
give me 2. I'll take the 2 clues over the. I like muting myself, but I don't like.
He defeated someone from Cork.
Oh, right. One of them. Palahan is 155 and 145 for, so I don't think he would have been down that far. Was it one of the Maguire brothers? Jack? What's the other lad called? Oh Jesus!
Jack's brother.
Yeah, Jack's brother. What is Jack's brother's name? I'll go with Jack Maguire. Final answer.
That is the incorrect answer. Sean Denny, an opportunity to steal.
I just give Sean 2 other answers there. Fuck.
Can I use double points, please?
Oh, you sure? Is that a final answer for double points?
Final answer.
Okay, double points off the board for Denny, and a big opportunity here.
Final answer, Darren O'Gorman.
That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. And Sean Denny, that's a brilliant use of your double points there. And additionally,
Darren from Cork.
He is Darren O'Gorman, according to Tapology anyway. But I believe I think that's true. Darren O'Gorman, Cork man, living in the UK for a long time. Big swing of momentum there. Sean Sheehan used his hint, coaxed more information out from the host, and Denny swoops in with a double pointer. We now move on. Sean Denny, who did Paul Redmond defeat at Cage Warriors 70 in Dublin in 2014?
Good Lord. 2014.
I feel like Graham's questions are completely tailored to his peak fandom, or not peak fandom, but his favorite aspects of MMA over the years.
I thought he was DJing that night. I'm gonna have to use one of my lifelines. I'd like to phone a friend, please.
Oh,
final answer.
Sean Denny, phoning a friend. Who would you like to phone?
I don't know if this has happened so far, but I don't see anything against it in the rules. But my friend is Andy Stevenson, host of the L Triangle.
No, you can't, because I have the answer in front of me.
It's ridiculous.
That was why I'd like to ring you. No, it's not in the rules, just point of contention. But I'd like to ring Ian O'Neill.
Ian O'Neill. So Ian is in the background here. He's shaking his head, and I don't know whether he's saying he's not going to pick up, or if he's at a loss for.
Jesus, I was hoping
no
you
pressure.
would say my name. I was hoping you would.
I don't have anybody else that would say it either, and I'm going to get it wrong anyway.
Please.
I could I wouldn't even be able to make an educated guess at this to steer you in the wrong direction. The only thing we can do is probably talk about it for 15 seconds, and
yeah. Well,
What
no,
you,
if we're not sure, we won't give many clues
yeah, that's fair
because he can
enough.
still steal.
It'd be nothing only an educated guessing around the time, and I don't even want to strew your mind in the wrong. I'm sorry. I can't help you out here, Sean. I just don't know the answer to that question.
No worries, no
Apologies.
worries, no problem.
Okay. And that's that. And unhelpful, unfortunately unhelpful, Sean.
See, I don't know it either. So,
Can we-
what can you do?
So
How was I being pushed for so much time earlier? And there's no fucking 10 minutes here.
Yeah, I'm gonna
20
final answer.
seconds on the clock, Sean.
I'm just gonna pass on this one. I don't even have an educated guess.
Sean Denny, is that a final answer?
That's a final answer.
Opting to pass, which means Sean Sheehan gets the opportunity here
God.
to level it up at 3 apiece. Currently 3-2 to Sean Denny.
I think I just remember the fucking fight. But who was it? It was your man. He toe hold. It wasn't. Patrick took a very good picture of it. I was for some reason I had Andrew Fisher, but it was fucking Artem that fought Andrew Fisher. God Almighty, look, these are ridiculously tough questions. I'm gonna phone a friend.
Okay. Final answer for phone a friend.
And a final answer for phone a friend.
Who would you like to phone?
Well, I actually thought I asked someone could I use them as their phone a friend, and I just remembered they said no a minute ago, so I'm gonna phone someone.
Who said no?
Brad Wharton. He said no because he was flying back from the UK or from America. So I'm gonna phone Ben Cartledge to judge and see if he knows. So here we go. Hold on.
One of the best judges in the world, Ben Cartledge.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see if he shall answer.
Can you hear that?
We can indeed. Squeaky bum time.
I asked permission and I was told yes. So oh, here we go. Hello, Mr. Cartledge. How are you?
I'm not bad at you.
You were on the quiz here. I'm using you as a phone a friend. I asked Brad Wharton. He told me I couldn't use him, so I'm using you instead. Okay, here's the question: who did Paul Redmond defeat at Cage Warriors 70 in Dublin in 2014?
Oh, Jesus, that's a good question.
I feel
Savidis, I want to say.
Yeah, is that the guy he toe holded?
Yeah, he told him. The guy tried to hold him, and then he told him.
Yeah, that's
the Greek kid.
Yeah,
he's the one Paddy flying triangle.
I think that's it. All right, yeah. All right, I'll give my final answer. I'll let you know. That's my final answer, lads. Could you hear that, Alexis Savidis?
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
That Ben Cartledge answered that within, I would say, milliseconds, and that is the correct answer.
Correct, Ben. Thank you very much.
3-all.
Legend. Thank you. Bye.
Big up One Credit Classics YouTube, Patreon.
Big up the One Credit Classics YouTube, indeed. 3-all. Wow, big pull there, and an interesting choice to use it on the steel there, but it paid off. So as it stands, Sean Sheehan has used his hint from the host and his phone a friend, and Sean Denny has used his double points and his phone a friend. So Sean Denny has a hint from the host remaining, and Sean Sheehan has double points. That could come in very crucially later on. We move on, lads. 3-all. This is neck and neck stuff, and we're going to move on to the picture round. So this one's going to be for Sean Sheehan.
Cabbage.
Get ready to see. Get ready for this picture. Who is this? I'll make it a little bit bigger if I can.
I'm just making my screen bigger as well here. 1 second. Oh. I have absolutely no fucking idea. Get any clues? Let me make my screen smaller again. This is one you can't be accused of Googling anyway, because how could you? I'm gonna go with Marilio Bustamante. Final answer.
Incorrect. Mr. Denny.
I'm gonna go Rico Rodriguez. Final answer.
That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer, Mr. Denny. Ding, ding, ding. I don't have a tick. We don't have the soundboard. Well, Sean has the soundboard, but I can't. Oh wow, that's the first time Sean has given the tick sound, the correct answer sound for one of his
Good
opponents.
answer, to be fair.
Very, very gracious, I must say. 4-3 to Mr. Denny. We go to the next one, which is to Denny first. Who is this?
That is a random creative fighter. That is the blandest person I've ever seen in my life.
I was very concerned that watermark was just going to say the name also, but thankfully it doesn't.
Ken Pishna.
Fair play to Ken Pishna for taking that photo.
MMAweekly.com. Oh boy.
20 seconds on the clock, Denny. I don't know if zooming in actually helps at all because it just kind of shows less of
very, very beige.
Can I have to push you for an answer here, Denny, in a number of seconds?
Can I take the hint from the host, please? Final answer.
Oh Jesus, yeah, go on, sure. Yeah, I'll give you a hint any second here now. Very much prepared for this one. But a hint is on its way. Now the issue here, and I'm going to speak out loud, is when I'm familiar with people, and I'll put my hand up, I'm not overly familiar with this guy. I'm able to gauge better what is an easy hint or what is a difficult hint. So I'm not going to give the nickname here because I don't know how easy that'll be. Do you know what? I'll give you. I feel like this is a very solid hint. His last fight was against Mamed Khalidov.
That is, if he gets this is a disgusting fucking hint. That is a ridiculous fucking hint. I'll tell you what. There's one portion of every game where I get insanely mad, and we've reached that.
I think that's a fair hint, to be honest.
It's not a fair hint at all. It's the most unfair possible hint you could give.
Why isn't that a fair hint?
You have a KSW expert here, and you give him a Mamed Khalidov fucking quiz. Sure. Jesus.
Oh,
you've got 10 seconds here, Denny.
You're underestimating the face blindness. Crap, I'm going blank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5.
Oh, final answer. It's Pat Miletic.
What was that?
It's a final answer, Pat Miletic, but it's not the right answer.
That is definitely not Pat Miletic. Sean Sheehan.
What the fuck the Khalidov fight?
Opportunity here now. Now, after fucking the abuse I got there for.
No, in fairness, I would never abuse you. I would never abuse anyone involved with this quiz. But that was. Come on, pull it out now. Come on. Who the fuck is that?
Double points available to you.
Here's a oh, is it? Oh, here's a guess. It's Jeremy Horn. Final answer. No, not final answer. I take it back. Jeremy Horn. Fuck it. Go on. Final answer.
That is the incorrect answer.
No, it is. Go on. Tell us.
Incorrect answer. The correct answer was Matt Linland.
Of course it is. Fucking Matt Linland.
He fought Mamed Khalidov his last fight in 2011. So, I mean, 13 years ago at this point, I feel like that was a fair one.
Of course, it's fucking Matt Linland.
Yeah, look at the little snake on him and everything.
This is the exact opposite of what's the score?
It is 4-3 to Denny still.
Yep.
So the only person with the lifeline left is Sean Sheehan, and it's double points, and that could be very interesting. So we've gone past the picture end. We're now moving on to past UFC champions. Sean Sheehan, you're up first. Who was the second ever UFC heavyweight champion?
My studying is the most pointless thing of all time. I know who the first one is, if that's any good to you. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me.
Can't wait to click that up.
Oh, God. No, it's not him, is it? No. There's so I know a lot. I could tell you, I think the first 6, apart from the second one.
15 seconds on the clock.
Bollocks. I'm not going to throw names because it'll
10,
give
9.
Don't be counting to 9 now. There's no need of that. I'm going. I know it's wrong, but I'll go with Josh Barnett. Final answer.
That is the incorrect answer. Sean Denny.
Final answer, Maurice Smith.
It is. It fucking is. Yeah.
That is the correct answer. Sean Denny moves to 5-3. And it's to you again, Sean Denny. Who was the second ever UFC middleweight champion?
Oh boy. Middleweight.
Denny deep.
Oh, this is the blandest one. This is the blandest one of all. Middleweight.
20 seconds on the clock.
Final answer, Tito Ortiz.
That is the incorrect answer, unfortunately, Sean, which means other Sean.
I'm pretty sure I know who it is. I'm pretty sure I already said this name earlier on today.
Sean's getting confident here, and he's got a double on it.
Yeah. Do I double it? Because so the last game of 12 between myself and Ian, we had a similar enough question. It was like, who did Rich Franklin win the belt again? That was Evan Tanner. And I can say all this because Sean can't take it back. Dave Monet was the first champion. I believe Evan Tanner was the third champion. So the middle champion was Morelio Bustamante, I believe. Will I double it? Will I not double it? The former UFC champion served me well the last time to double it. I will double it. Final answer, Morelio Bustamante.
That is the correct answer. Sean Sheehan ties it up. 5-all, lads. Brilliant use of
shout out to Ian
points
for that one, because Ian O'Neill mentioned him the last time in the Brazilian one, and I went and I kind of looked at him a bit after that.
Both men executing to perfection on their double, and it is all tied up as we enter the final 4 rounds.
What was the last question again? Before that,
the last question before this one was the heavyweight second heavyweight champion Maurice Smith.
Oh yeah,
okay. Denny stole it. Yeah. Just a bit of housekeeping for the lads that are in the chat watching on. I think it's actually Justine at this point. Just be careful with any nodding or shaking heads, because in case the two lads see. We will move on. Head to head, right? This one, there is no going first or second. Well, there is a going first or second, but you're both going to play in this one. So the first one is going to be naming all of the fighters to win the UFC welterweight title, and interim titles are included now.
Can we use pen and paper for this? I actually think we should.
Yeah, I have no issue with that.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you that I can periodically tell you who's already been said anyway. So you can get your pen and paper at the ready, but you're gonna speak them out one by one. So Sean Sheehan is gonna go first, and then Sean Denny. Let me just make sure I have the list in front of me here. I do. Right, Sean Sheehan, you're up first.
All the fighters to win the UFC welterweight title. George St. Pierre.
That is correct.
Matt Serra. Final answer.
That is correct. Oh yeah, please do use the final answer also. Thank you.
Leon Edwards, final answer.
Leon Edwards, correct.
Matt Hughes, final answer.
That is correct.
Interim included. Carlos Conde, final answer.
Correct.
Usman, final answer.
That is correct. If I'm slow here, I'm just writing them down so I can keep track of who has already been said. Sean Sheehan, over to you.
I'll go with Carlos Newton, final answer.
That is correct. Canada's Carlos Newton.
Tyrone Woodley, final answer.
Tyron Woodley is correct. One of the longest reigning champions in the division.
I'll go with Johnny Hendricks, final answer.
Johnny. Yep, that's correct.
Robbie Lawler, final answer.
Robbie Lawler is also correct. As I struggle to keep up writing these names.
Colby Covington was an interim champion, final answer.
That is correct. Colby Covington. I believe there are 2 remaining. That's just spot checking there. It could be wrong on that, but I think there are 2.
So Sean gets this, it's over, is it? Because I went first.
No, you'd have another one after that. Oh well,
yeah. If you get this, we'll find. We
it's supposed to be fast now as well, isn't it? Maybe we'll get an old count there.
Go on, you've 15 on the clock there, Denny.
Okay.
I think I've both of them.
They have to be pretty early. So you have Newton who
10
the
seconds.
first.
I'm going to have to press you for an answer, Sean Denny.
Evan Tanner, final answer.
That is incorrect.
Beautiful.
Incorrect. Out of curiosity, Sean Sheehan, who did you have?
BJ Penn, Pat Miletich.
Correct and correct. Those were the 2 I was looking for.
I was going to say BJ Penn.
That's a point for Sean Sheehan, who regains the lead, 6-5. Whew.
This is tight.
I actually can't say middleweight.
I think it's way better when we can write them down. It's fucking. It makes the game better, I think.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Nice to discover that in the final.
we've got another one. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Right, same again, but this time lightweight division.
Okay.
So we're naming and I'm just going to pull it up here myself. Name all the fighters to win the UFC lightweight title. Interim titles are included.
How many are there? Out of curiosity.
Ooh, hang on, I need to see if there's any doubles. I don't know. There's about 14 or something like that.
Okay.
But there's a few repeats. Or is there?
So I will start with Benson Henderson, final answer.
That is correct.
I'll go with Islam Makhachev.
That is correct.
Charlie Oliveira, final answer.
Correct.
Conor McGregor.
That is correct.
Final answer.
Khabib is also correct.
Oh, I just remembered a good one there. I will hold that back though. I'll go with Eddie Alvarez, final answer.
Correct.
RDA, final answer.
Correct.
That was the one I was thinking of. Oh, here's another one. Hold that back. I'll go. We already said him, so I might as well go with BJ Penn.
Correct. And just remember to say final answer.
Final answer.
Frankie Edgar, final answer.
That is correct. This would sound way better if we had that tick, but it's a minor thing, you know.
Anthony Pettis, final answer.
Pettis is correct. Just looking out for
Jens
people back home. You know.
Pulver, final answer.
Jens Pulver is correct.
Dustin Poirier, final answer.
That is correct.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
The pace beginning to slow down as we run out of names.
How many more is there?
There are, let me have a look here. We have one, was he said? No, 2, 3. I think we've got 3 left.
3 left. Sean Shirk, final answer.
That is correct. It was one of the 3 I was looking for there.
I have one more. Justin Gaethje, final answer.
That is correct. Now, let me just do a double check here because there's no point. If there's only one left, then there's no point in Denny. So I'm just going to go down the list here and just check them one by one. So Pulver was already said. Sean Shirk was said. In fact, I'm not going to start naming these out loud because that may give something away here.
I have them all written down if you want me to call them out.
No, I'm just going to check them one by one on this versus the other one. He was.
All we need is to have him in like a.
Yeah. Well, this is the final, so. Yeah, no, that's. There's only one left, so what we did last time was we just punted it and said that nobody gets a point. Happy again.
Yeah.
So we could go half a point for the final, could we?
Yeah.
Ceremonial.
Who
Ceremonial.
What, half a point each?
No.
Yeah.
Who was the last name for the people out there?
The last name was Tony Ferguson.
Most undeserving of the loss.
Yeah. Defeating Kevin Lee.
Easy not to remember. So what's that? Still 6-5 to me, is it?
Still 6-5 to Sean.
Okay.
Sheehan.
Actually, to be fair, we got the 2 of those pretty
yeah,
well.
It was Jens Pulver defeated Callum Uno, Sean Shirk, BJ Penn, Frankie Edgar, Benson Henderson, Anthony Pettis, RDA, Eddie Alvarez, Conor McGregor, Tony Ferguson, Khabib, Poirier, Gaethje, Oliveira, and Islam Makhachev. There we go. Right, lads. We are into the business end here. We are going into round 8. Neither of you have any lifelines left, so you don't need to worry about that. We have 2 more normal rounds, which are MMA based, and the last one is the niche category, which in Denny's case is still MMA based. Round number 8 is a future matchup round. Sean Sheehan's going to go first.
I hate him.
Sean Sheehan's going to go first. Who is Morgan Charrier?
No idea. No idea.
Next, the last pirate.
Absolutely no idea.
No
idea. What's he fighting at featherweight? I think I could just make up a name here. Like, can I see the hands up from Denny as well? There, a lot of moving and a lot of fucking.
The nerves are kicking in for Sean Sheehan.
This is one you'd have to Google, I'd say, because no one could possibly know this. I'm going to go with Alex Silva. Final answer.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wrong answer.
Yeah.
Sean Denny.
I knew what he was doing. I appreciate it.
Right. So I was looking at the list from the great Marcel Dorf ahead of this, but he had the opponent for Morgan Charrier to be TBA. So this fight might not exist. So if this is TBA, I'll be annoyed because I don't actually have a clue then.
That would be the most Graham fucking wrinkle in a question.
He doesn't have a fight announced.
Like, I honestly don't even have a clue. Like, it's only a second fight in the UFC. Like, this is going to be somebody I'd have a breeze. Featherweight.
10 seconds on the clock.
Javier Rodriguez. Final answer.
To pull it back to level, that is the wrong answer. The correct answer
I totally made that name up.
Was the unforgettable. How could you possibly forget Sung Woo Choi? Sung Woo Choi.
I'll tell you what, I'll take everything back I said about Ian's questions in the first round. These are
I did say that. Look, these are tough ones. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, we go to the next one.
I think Graham
For
never wants
Sean.
to write questions again, is purposely trying to just write the hard as possible. Go on anyway. Go on.
Sean Denny. What's that?
It's even anyway. It's not too bad.
It is. It is, to be fair.
No, this one would be like, who's fucking, I don't know, who's Islam Makachev's next fight or something.
Who's Michelle Pereira scheduled to fight? Or it might be Pereira, to be honest.
Ooh, final answer.
Much easier. Fuck's sake.
Michał Oleksiejczuk. Final answer.
What a farce of a question.
That is the correct answer. Sean Denny with a Polish fighter, the king of Poland.
So, like, the number 7 ranked fucking welterweight in the world versus the second fight in the UFC against some fucking random lad that no one's ever heard of.
And a fight that's not even happening.
Yeah. Jesus, that's
what's that? Oh, with the Sung Woo. Well, no, it's on Tapology, so we'll vindicate that.
That's a pity.
Sean Denny pulls it back to 6-all. 2 more rounds. That's it. 2 more rounds. We go to the Guess Who. I feel like this is everyone's favorite round. Is Guess Who? Sean Sheehan, this fighter.
Hey, what the fuck, like
this fighter.
Oh, I know who it is.
Born in Warsaw, Poland, fought in the UFC and WEC, and holds a win over Anthony Pettis in WEC.
Kalashevsky, final answer.
That is the correct answer. That is a fantastic pull from Sean Sheehan. Bart Balashewski, Mr. Denny, is that how you pronounce it correctly? Or I don't know how to say that.
I think I said it right.
That's close enough.
All right, fair enough. Right, your turn. Born in El Salvador,
Oh God.
lost to GSP, Matt Serra, and Uriah Faber. Returned to the UFC after 7 years at UFC 129, GSP versus Shields. This fighter was born in El Salvador. He lost to George St. Pierre, Matt Serra, and Uriah Faber, and returned on the GSP versus Jake Shields card, which was UFC 129, after a 7-year absence from the UFC.
Oh, Jesus, 170, 171. Jeez, how do you fight Sarah and Uriah Faber? How's that possible?
Give him both a kick.
Oh, return to the UFC after 7 years at 129. We haven't El Salvador. Jesus. Right, I'm going to think that this is a weird one. I'm going to say final answer, Kenny Florian.
Sean Sheehan shakes his head, and that is the incorrect answer.
Yeah.
He seems to be indicating that he had something up his sleeve here. He's a point ahead.
I have 2 names in mind. I think they're 2 good guesses. So, okay, here's the first thought. I'll just run you through my thoughts. My first thought was Miguel Torres, but I don't think he was born in El Salvador. He was out of the UFC for a while. He definitely fought Uriah Faber. But if that's the answer, that'll be killing me. But I'm pretty sure it's Scotty Jorgensen. Is it? Was he born in El Salvador?
He doesn't look it.
He lost to GSP in his first fight. No, I don't even think he did. Oh, I think it's fucking Scotty Jorgensen.
Is that your final answer?
Give me a sec. Yeah, Scotty Jorgensen, final answer.
That was the incorrect answer, unfortunately. The answer.
Don't say it's the other one.
No, the answer is Ivan Menjivar.
Oh, yes, it was. Fucking Uriah Faber choked him out on his back standing up. Yeah,
Ivan Menjivar.
That was the guy who fucking GSP beat in his first fight. Fuck.
9 rounds down, we enter the final round of the tournament. The final round of the match, the final round of the tournament.
What's the
The
score?
round that will decide who is the champion. The current score is Sean Sheehan 7, Sean Denny 6. But as we enter the niche category round, points are doubled. So we're going to go to Sean first for his niche category, which is Game of Thrones. Afterwards, we'll go to Sean Denny for KSW. There is an opportunity to steal. If you steal on a person's double, you also get double. So a lot to play for here. If Sean Sheehan gets his niche here, he wins. It's as simple as that.
I called it at the start. I did call this at the start. I said it'll come down to the Game of Thrones question. I think it's
as simple as that.
Disgusting. If the question,
do you know what?
Yeah,
we're gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
No, I don't want to do this. I did it the last time for Ian. No messing in the final. I want my question first.
I mean, the people want the suspense here, Sean.
I select the
first
viewer.
They're sitting at home right now. I mean, you sitting at home right now. Listen to this. Just remember, we want to give you a show.
Go on, give Sean's question.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Right, we're gonna go to Sean Denny first. I'll put my screen back up. Sean Denny, KSW, you're up on the clock. Your question is...
and also, just because I'm doing this, we need time. We need 25 seconds counted down from the very start here.
We're going to have 30 seconds. Your question is this. Who did Pudzianowski fight in his first ever KSW bout? 30 seconds on the clock.
I hope mine is as easy as that.
Jesus Christ, my mind is going totally blank. There's so many Pudzianowski fights. First one.
I'm looking for his first one.
Sorry, hands. First KSW bout. Oh, which was first? I knew he'd screw me by going early days.
20 seconds on the clock.
20.
$10 seconds remaining.
Oh. Final answer. Marcin Rozalski. I don't think that's it. Not too confident with that one.
Can you repeat that, please, and give me your final answer?
Final answer. Marcin Rozalski.
That is incorrect, Mr. Denny, on his niche. It is incorrect, but it does not mean that he's the champion yet, as Sean Sheehan celebrates.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It does not mean that this is over.
I got to guess, though. Did he fight another strongman early doors? There's two I'm thinking of. Gilbert Yvel. Did he fight Gilbert Yvel the early doors? Or what was the other fucking strongman called? I can't remember his name. I never remember. I'll go with Gilbert Yvel or Yvel. Final answer.
That is not the correct answer. Denny, you're probably going to kick yourself here. You were spot on with one of the names. It's Marcin Najman or Najman. Najman, as I would say.
Please give me the hardest possible Game of Thrones question. One that
it's 7-6.
Oh, Jesus.
Sean Sheehan, how are you?
Grant, Sean, have you watched Game of Thrones? Do you know anything about Game of Thrones?
I've never watched a single second of Game of Thrones.
Oh, God, it should be okay, so because this will be a ridiculously hard question.
Right, so what we've actually done is we've switched Sean Sheehan's niche category to KSW. No, let's get on with it.
I don't think that helped me either.
All Sean needs here is for Denny just to not get this.
I want to get it right, though. I wouldn't feel right. You know, it's like when you're winning 4-0 and then you concede 3 goals and you lose. You know, it's like
true. Really, if you don't get this correct, it's probably null and void.
No, I won't say that. But go on, give it to me.
Right, Game of Thrones. Who is Ned Stark's predecessor as Robert Baratheon's hand?
Jon Arryn. Final answer.
That is the correct answer. And ladies and gentlemen, Sean Sheehan is your SevereMMA Mastermind champion. Sean, what have you to say?
To be fair, that was a fucking great game. The questions were very tough, but in fairness, look, Graham, I see what he wanted to do, so fair play. You know, it was probably the highest quality game in terms of like the questions. Sean got a lot of good questions right. I got my few obviously as well, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy overall with the tournament, the amount of effort that we all put into it. Ian there, Andy, you put in great effort. Graham as well, obviously writing the questions, and some of the other lads. It was brilliant, and it was very entertaining down until the last second. And nearly all the games, apart from maybe two, came down to the last question, and again here in the last one came down to the last question. So yeah, delighted to have won it. I always prided myself on my knowledge back in the day. I thought it had dwindled, but I guess not. So I'm delighted. I'll be very hard if we're doing it again to win it again, but hopefully I can, and we will do it again. This won't be the last of it. So I'm delighted. Thank you to everybody for my phone of friends. Thank you for the Theo, Ian, and Sean for the 3 gate games. Apologies again to Ian for all the abuse I gave him in the first game. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to Ian. And I'll thank God as well, because Ian said to do that. Thanks. Shout out Wonderboy. I love you. UFC 300 is shit. Shout out to everyone in SevereMMA, Sherdog, all around the world. Christopher Graham. Shout out Christopher Graham. Shout out Chris Murphy. Shout out Patrick. Shout out everyone. Katrina Callahan. Shout out. Thanks, everyone.
Are you just naming your mates at this point? Or what's the story?
I'm naming some of the best SevereMMA
patrons. These are Patreon people. These people deserve a shout out.
Yeah, they deserve a shout out. Shout out to all those people. And there's a few more as well. Oh God, can I? Yeah, but shout out to everyone over there. You're great legends, and I appreciate it. I feel like I've lost the ability to speak here. So back to you, Andy.
Denny, how let's look at the score. You went down early. You pulled it back. Did you take a lead? I think you did take. I'm not sure if you ever had the lead actually.
I took a lead early on after the double.
You did after the double. You gave it a good go, and I thought it was very, very close to the end. Any thoughts on today's matchup or the tournament as a whole?
Yeah, no, but like, to be honest with you, I think I did better than I thought I would. I got a lot of the older UFC stuff right that I didn't think I would. Completely flopped at my own chosen category for at the end. I just don't think there's anything in the world I know enough about to be a niche subject. The trick with those questions is somebody has to come up with the question. And it's hard to get into that mindset. But like, I knew I would have to be near perfect to win it today. And I knew that the questions were going to be really tough because Graham was going to do them. So I think getting 6 points or whatever it was, I was worried I was going to get 1 or 2. And that was it.
You lost in the end by 3, but it was, perhaps some say a layup Game of Thrones question. We don't know. Look, it's a moot point. It's a moot point. But ultimately, would you put the blame squarely on Ian O'Neill's shoulders? I guess would be my question for not coming up in the phone a friend.
Well, no, I would put the blame on me not having better knowledgeable friends in other places other than on the chat.
Fair enough. I was just hoping that you might go in 2 feet and Ian there, and maybe we could set up a future matchup.
Yeah, I did want Ian just to see if I could take the third scalp of the old L triangle. So I got 2 out of the 3, and I like to complete a collection.
Maybe we can have an out of season game right there.
Super fights. Super fights. But yeah, no regrets. I left it all on the table.
Yeah. I think it was valiant effort. You beat me, you prick. So Jesus won't forget. And look, I think this was very fun. We had some fighters, specifically Tiernan Loughran, chirping from the sidelines, giving it the big one.
Come on, Tiernan. I want you. That's what I want next. Tiernan Loughran, Caelan Loughran. I'll take on the 2 of them. The 2 of them can sit together and answer their questions in the sitting room together. I'll take both of you on and see who'll win that one. Let's do it. Here's a few more shout outs. Irish Dalton, Darren Riding, Return of the Mac as well. Shout out to them. Legends. Shout out to everyone, all the lads supporting SevereMMA. Love you all. And we'll be back. And I feel like if there's anyone out there watching that thinks, this is easy, these lads are fucking idiots, well, you're probably correct. But also,
call us out, challenge us. Let's see how you get on. And who knows what we could have down in the future. And if there's specifically if there's any fighters. So as Sean said, the Loughran brothers.
I'll take any fighter in the world who wants to call me out. I'll take any of you on in a quiz game. Anyone.
Yeah.
There we go.
Super fight series.
Shout out Limerick Brothers as well. Shout out Sean Finn.
All right. And on that note, we must end it. Thank you everyone for watching. From SevereMMA, from Sean Sheehan, from Sean Denny, from Mina O'Neill, from Quilter the Bar, from Graham McDonald, from Theo, from Harry, from other Harry, from all the lads. I'm definitely forgetting someone, Quilter. And many, many more. Up SevereMMA, up Game of Thrones, up KSW. And look, we'll see you again. Chat to you later.